If you look at the scarring in the world economy, I mean, actually in the world economy, but especially in the US, what's your biggest concern and who can do something about it?
Well, I mean, the biggest concern, as you said, will be scarring, the speed of recovery. And I guess there are two main economic concerns. One is the size of unemployment, the extent of unemployment. And the second one, I guess, is what that is going to mean for government finances. I mean, those are the two concerns. And the problem is if there is a requirement for some form of additional stimulus, then, government finances, they're not exactly maxed out, but you're going to make a bad situation significantly worse, which will have ramifications way down the line in terms of what it means for debt. So that I think, is a problem. It's a problem for tomorrow and beyond, but it certainly is a cause for concern. But no, I mean, I don't see another lockdown on the scale of what we saw in March and April. I mean, I think governments have become significantly better at managing the corona fallout. And I think what we'll see is a significant wave of potentially localized lockdowns, which will, of course, damage sentiment, but they're unlikely to have the same kind of economic effect as the ones that we saw earlier this year.
When should we start worrying about debt in the US and debt in the world? Is that a worry for 2021 or even 22? Or should market participants start talking about it now and positioning?
I mean, the thing is, I don't think it makes a lot of sense to make too many assumptions about 21 and 22 at this stage, for the simple reason that an awful lot can happen between now and just the end of the year. I mean, for example, if we start to get a lot more positive news out of the vaccine development process, and there are, I think, 6 major candidates, which are, quite well advanced in this field, and the possibility that we could get a licensed vaccine in the course of the fourth quarter, even. If we get to that stage, then the whole picture for 21 and 22 starts to change, because I think markets will then start to price in a much bigger pickup in activity. And all of a sudden, much of the pessimism which has clouded 2020 will dissipate. So don't look too far ahead, I think, is the watchword in the current market environment, because, after all, we started the year on a positive footing and said things can't go on as they have done. But we would never, in a million years, have imagined the kind of event which suddenly overtook us.